welcome back to part 2 of Dysfunctional Family Background. Now we're going to look at the types of dysfunctional families. Sometimes a child would grow up in one of these kind of dysfunctional families, or several of them, or maybe even all of them. And that deeply affects their development, because a child grows up in a dysfunctional family background with a brain that hasn't developed fully yet. And so this gets carried into their adulthood, and the things that they've learned there, and the coping strategies that they've learned there, and what has happened to them and their trauma gets carried into their adulthood, and they have mental health issues. So this is very important. So the first type of dysfunctional family is the chronic conflict family. There's just conflict every day, and this child comes home to chaos every single day, lives in fear, walks on eggshells, always scared to give an opinion or ask for advice, ask for help, ask for permission to just do something with their friends. They're constantly fearing conflict. The second one is the pathological family. Now what this means is that one parent or both has either a substance abuse issue or a mental health issue. And this means that they are not able to parent. They have to be taken care of by the child. Which means the child has to take on the role of the parent very young, at a very young age. And they end up not having a childhood at all, and they have to be the responsible one who takes care of the parent. Then there's the chaotic family. This means the parents are totally unavailable. This could mean physically or just emotionally unavailable to the children. There are no rules and boundaries. You can do whatever it is you want. I don't care. There's neglect of small children, where they're just not taken care of, they're not fed properly, they're not given love and support and all the things that a child needs to develop healthily. And normally the eldest child again takes on the role of being the parent and taking care of the smaller children, because the parents are just not doing that, not fulfilling their role. Then there's the dominant submissive family. And this means that there is one dictator parent who is just in control and in charge and calling the shots, and everybody else in the family has to just submit to this dictator parent, and we all just have to do whatever this parent says, otherwise there's big problems. The other parent tends to then be this very depressive person, very submissive, unhappy, but they could tend to be also passive aggressive, to just behind the dictator's parents' back complain a lot about them and cry and be depressive, and all their friends feel sorry for them, but they never actually stand up to the dictator parent. Now the last kind of dysfunctional family is the emotionally distant family. And what this means is that they don't show any love or affection. They discuss facts. It's like they're living in the same house, but you have no idea how anyone is doing. You don't know what's happening emotionally with them. We just discuss facts. I need to be at school at 8 o'clock. That's a fact. That's all we discuss. But we don't trust each other enough to open up emotionally towards each other. We don't discuss emotional things. We should actually just not even have feelings, because someone in the house doesn't like it. This also means your feelings should be repressed, which is very unhealthy. It teaches you to hide away your feelings instead of feeling them. And this child grows up not being able to identify or feel emotions. They just feel numb and dead emotionally, and their emotions are just hidden away. They can't feel them, and once they do start feeling them, they often can't identify what they're feeling. They're feeling something and it feels horrible, but I don't know if it's anger or depression or resentment or jealousy. I don't know what it is. So that is very, very unhealthy. They also don't have social relationships, because if they do, people are going to realize what's really happening in their house that's so dysfunctional, and they want to hide it from the world. So the children are very isolated and hidden away from the world. And secrecy, always secrecy. So these are the 5 types of dysfunctional families that children grow up in. And in our next clip, we're going to be talking about the roles that children take on to survive and cope in that kind of dysfunction, and what that normally looks like. So subscribe to my channel, click on the little bell to get notifications, and stay with us because there's much more to come.